Okay, so I have something that's been on my mind that I want to talk about because I feel like it's not really talked about that much. Um, Really anywhere that I've seen or researched, it's talked about, but not as much as I think it should be talked about. So basically, I want to talk about relactation because I have only been breastfeeding my baby for like 5 months and a half. The first month and like a couple of weeks, she was a bottle fed. I tried to breastfeed her like in the hospital, and I did. I breastfed her for like 4 or 5 days, but when we left the hospital, since she had lost so much weight, the nurses and the doctors were like, oh, like at her weight checks, they're like, oh, you guys should supplement with formula. So we did. I stopped breastfeeding and I started bottle feeding her, and she was no longer on the breast, right? So the problem with that is she was latching on like really well. So I was like, she's latching on really good. Like, she's a good baby. Like I want to keep breastfeeding her. So I looked up tips on how to relactate. I talked multiple times with the lactation consultant at the peds office, and I tried a nipple shield. I would do the drops of milk on my nipple, and it took like a week and a half and sweat and tears, and I grieved it. I was like, okay, she doesn't want me, like I'm not gonna force her. And then she would latch on, and I would be like, oh my god, like she's gonna take the breast. And I feel like it's not really talked about because when they tell you need to supplement, or you need to bottle feed for whatever reason it may be, moms are like, okay, for the most part, in my experience, me personally, I was like, okay, I need to bottle feed, no more breast. But that's not the case. You could always get your baby back into the breast. My baby was like a month and a couple of weeks, like I said, when I got her to relatch. And she went from just being bottle fed to relatching. She's now exclusively breastfed. She won't take a bottle now. And I'm fine with it because this is what I wanted. I fought for her to latch onto my breast, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't care. Look how pretty. But I feel like it's not talked about enough, and I want to talk about it.